get closer to the pass, I'll pick it up. Thank you. Alrighty. Okay, so moving from the number 1 to the number 3 lane, basically weaving in and out of slower traffic here as he comes up on it here. Don't know how many people are in the actual vehicle here. It looks like he's getting over to the right and he's getting off, and I believe this is going to be Roxford. This is going to be Roxford, the off-ramp here, and off the northbound side of the 5. Let's see what he does. Just coming up to the bottom of the off-ramp here, he's set up in the left turn lane, and it looks like he does want to turn left and go west on Roxford, so bear with me here. We're just going to get over here. He's going to come out from under the overpass. Oh, boy. Wow, very close. Near collision there with those two vehicles as he squeezed through, and now back southbound on the 5 freeway here. So we will kind of watch this. Hang on, guys. Hang on. There we go. And he's just kind of waiting for slower traffic. And Tower TV5 is back with you here south on the 5 from the San Fernando Reservoir. TV5. Okay, and now he's getting onto the freeway here. Just now coming up on the 405, and there is an opportunity for this guy to actually get on the 405 freeway if he stays in the right lane here. So let's see what he does. If he is going to transition over to the 405, we will know in just a moment or two. And indeed, it looks like that. Looks like he is on that transition road. So he's going to get off of the 5 freeway, head over towards the 405, and that's going to put him, okay. There we go. Okay, he's just in a 1-lane transition road here, and he's just kind of slowing up for some of the slower traffic. So bear with us for just a moment here. And again, going to be along the 405 freeway southbound. Now, if he goes southbound on the 405 freeway, he's going to be going in towards areas like North Hills, the 405 freeway southbound over towards the 118 and potentially Van Nuys. So we'll kind of watch and see what he does here. Excuse me for just a moment here while I talk to the Van Nuys Tower here, guys. And Van Nuys for TV5 with the police ships here southbound on the 405 from the 5. We're at 2,300. Coming to North Hills, and it looks like if we stay in the left lanes of traffic, we are going, okay, it looks like he wants to swerve over to the right. The right may put him, okay, so he's past the 118, but he is, bear with us just a moment here, guys, bear with us just a moment. Okay, continuing south on the 405 freeway here, past the 118. He's going to come to an area of slowing just ahead of him. Okay, actually, he's getting off, right? He's getting off. Okay, bear with us here, guys. So we have this pursuit, and this guy's now getting off the freeway. I think he saw the slowdown ahead, and now he's getting off the freeway. He can't still get right back on or take it to surface streets. I don't know what he's going to choose to do here, but for the moment, it looks like he's on surface streets, and he wants to make a westbound turn. So there's the westbound turn. We're in a very delicate situation here where the arrivals and departures are coming off of Van Nuys here, so I'm going to have to keep it brief here. Basically, we're running through North Hills in towards Grenada Hills, westbound on Devonshire, and we've just crossed over Woodley, and now it looks like we're a northbound turn. We'll try and get the street for you here, but it is going to be a northbound turn. It looks like it may be Havenhurst, northbound on Havenhurst. We'll see over the course of the next few minutes here, but again, northbound and westbound into the neighborhood. A westbound turn into the neighborhood. It's a residential neighborhood. I believe that's going to be Tulsa from Havenhurst. So westbound Tulsa from Havenhurst, and he's in definitely a residential neighborhood here, and he's just kind of weaving in and out. He's making his way southbound. He's going to come up on a T intersection here where he's going to have to turn left or right, so he's got a decision to make here. If he moves to the left, which it looks like he's going to do, he's going to be eastbound back over towards Havenhurst. He's going to be back over towards Havenhurst, and then he's going to have to make a left turn northbound or a right turn southbound here. So we'll know, it looks like he's setting up for the southbound turn on Havenhurst, and that's what he's doing there. Southbound turn on Havenhurst. Okay. He's going to be looping around to the west. Yep, 5 is. Police 3 was, I'm sorry, police 10 was, I believe. Okay. Yeah, south on Wilbur. He does have an intersection that he's coming up to in just a few yards here, and it looks like cross traffic might be an issue if he plows through here. So it looks like he's going to, at the very least, slow down for it. We have cross traffic coming up on his right, cross traffic coming up on his left here, but it looks like he's stopped and is going to try and walk through the intersection there, and there you go. Now that we're in the Northridge area, southbound on Wilbur, LAPD has taken over. Now, they may try and do a pit maneuver on one of these corners if the suspect continues to slow down to that rate that you saw right there in that intersection. Okay. Okay, it looks like he's making an eastbound turn here, guys.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times before when they come up on an intersection here and there's a lot of traffic. They'll pull into a parking lot, try to cut through the traffic here onto the other side of the street. LAPD still very close here, and he's coming out onto this major street there. This is Reseda Boulevard. So he was traveling eastbound on Nordhoff. Now he's pulling southbound on Reseda. And now we're seeing the suspect really start to make some decisive turns here, driving erratically, and that's when these things get dangerous. But yeah, Giovanna, we picked it up on the 5 freeway. Traveling northbound, coming, there looks like he's gotten behind a vehicle and stopped. And unless he tries to back up, which he did, that vehicle in front of him saw the patrol cars coming and just stopped.
It looks like this Mercedes is really picking up speed as we watch this unfold.
80 plus miles an hour. I mean, on a residential area, business area, 60 miles an hour. We're looking at the screen. It's got in the 50s, now in the 40s. And you talk excessive speed. Normally these areas are 35 miles per hour, 25, 30, maybe 40, at the most be 45. You know, now we're approaching 70 miles an hour.
Okay, so he is now south of the 101 freeway here and making that left turn. That's going to be an eastbound turn, and that's going to be Burbank Boulevard here. Now, if he continues eastbound for another half a block, he can make the right turn and get on the 101 freeway essentially south. So we'll see if he stays in the left lane. If he stays in the left lane, he'll stay on Burbank Boulevard. If he gets in the right lane or cuts in, that's okay. Here we go. Back on the freeway, guys. 101 freeway southbound from Burbank Boulevard here over in the West Valley, and we are not going to be tracking the 101 freeway southbound or eastbound, but just kind of picking his way through some of the slower traffic there. Now he's going to be stuck behind that red car, so the LAPD is doing their very best to pick through some of that traffic as well, as everyone kind of pushes to get on the freeway here. Some of the freeway traffic is actually stopping to let the LAPD on because they see what's going on here. Now on the right shoulder, basically, which gets dangerous because it's so tight, but I believe this is going to be the Woodman off-ramp. Yeah, if you're not familiar, the mall is right here. If he makes a left turn, it'll be northbound on Woodman. And make a right turn, you're going to go down into Sherman Oaks towards Ventura Boulevard. And, you know, really, when you look at this scenario right here, it's really good that the patrol cars aren't right behind him, pushing him. And he would be doing what he was doing before. Could be. Are we all the way in, Chad? Yeah. Obviously. And with no patrol cars right behind him at the moment, he's content to just stay there and not make any erratic turns that could put people in danger. It looks like the truck driver might be looking out his window at the helicopters overhead. He may be getting an idea that something's going on. And as I look out the window,
you would think he would be. But at this point, yeah, he seems to be fairly calm considering the conditions of what we're looking at. So northbound on Woodman, crossing underneath the 101 freeway, and it looks like there may be another stop.
Okay, I've got you there. Okay, back on. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to have to back off. We're vertical here. Okay, back on the freeway here this time now, westbound or northbound on the 101 freeway from Woodman here. Traffic conditions not doing too bad in terms of volume here. There are a few cars on the road, but nothing like it looks like on the opposite side.
California Highway Patrol units are trying to set up and get into position, and most likely they may take over this pursuit as long as it continues on the freeway. Our next major intersection here is going to be the 405. Yeah, buddy, that's it. 405 freeway northbound. Still listening to the CHP and the LAPD airship trying to coordinate with the units here. 405 freeway northbound. This vehicle still failing to yield right now. No units right behind him, but that may change now considering we're exiting here, so we'll be in LAPD jurisdiction, which means whether or not, the question is, will LAPD re-engage this pursuit? Victory Boulevard. That's Victory Boulevard off the 405 freeway. Let's see if this guy turns right or left, making a right turn.
He's going to be coming up on an intersection here where it is a red light. He's got cross traffic to deal with. So let's see what he does. My sense is that he will probably at the very least slow down here, and that certainly looks like what he's doing here. In fact, he stopped behind a car that is stopped for the red light, where in previous engagements we have actually seen him pull to the right lane and try and pull around him. So there you go. He's past Woodley, and he's going to make a southbound turn. Okay, southbound turn.
This fleeing felon, this burglary suspect, we don't know if it was a residential, commercial burglary, if there was a weapon involved. So all those factors are into the mind of the officers. I want to take this person into custody, and I want to do it in a safe manner where this individual goes to jail, people get their property back, and we return to normalcy.
Well, he is now on. For a while, he was on Burbank Boulevard, and this is the Sepulveda Basin.
Coming up on the 405, not hearing anything from LAPD whether or not they're going to re-engage in this pursuit. The problem is once LAPD gets back into that pursuit, check it out, he gets back onto the freeway. He's going south on the 405 freeway from Burbank Boulevard. Anybody who travels the 405, especially at this time, knows that southbound 405 is going to be gridlock traffic here. So this guy is going to be a little more aggressive, unfortunately. That's what we've seen him do as he gets into some of these situations here with a lot of traffic.
Well, he's back on that same stretch of freeway he was on a little bit ago. He took the 405 south to the Ventura, the 101 freeway.
Just a back and forth thing for him. I don't know that he's got any rhyme or reason to, the way he or the direction he's traveling. It's just, where can I go? Where can I go? So again, southbound on the 101 freeway, it looks like he's in the exit lane for Van Nuys Boulevard here. And let's see if he commits to it. He can always just veer off to the left here, but he is going to get into that second lane, but yeah, he's committed to Van Nuys Boulevard here, and there's the exit, and he's going to have to go left or right. If he goes through the intersection, that's going to be back on the 101 freeway. My sense is that he doesn't want to deal with some of that slower traffic, so he'll either go left or right on Van Nuys Boulevard here. So I think he's just kind of working his way through some of the cars that are on the off-ramp, but there you go. He's in the shadows, but you can see he's right there in that right turn pocket. So let's see what he does. If he pushes forward, Is he going to make, what's he going to do? He's going to make that southbound turn. Van Nuys Boulevard from the 101 freeway.
He has control of the vehicle. We've seen the turns that he made have all been coordinated. So, a lot of times you look at it and say, well, maybe drugs or alcohol are involved. He's not driving the vehicle like he's impaired, from what I can tell, from what I've seen from here. Now we're on Moore Park Street.
Oof, yikes.
This is a dangerous pursuit. This individual committed a burglary. That we have reports there's a burglary. So we don't know what happened during that situation. Was the home occupied? Was it not occupied? Was the burglary actually a robbery at a residence or a business? All those factors need to be weighed in. And this individual, I would suspect, if I would take a bet, has been through the criminal justice system in the past, is served time, and doesn't want to go back. And this is the consequences, what they want to do, jeopardize everyone in the public arena, as we see going down apartment area, condo area, business area. Very, very dangerous area. Very dangerous for the general public that's out and about on this Friday morning.
Yeah. We keep talking about the fact that all these people on the road, most of them, pretty much all of them, aren't aware of what's going on. They're just going about their day, and they're going to get caught up in all
And he
this.
just made a left turn on Woodman, right, headed north.
The ground units are there. We're not seeing them. I mean, they're not hidden, but they're in that close proximity. But as long as that air unit has observation of that vehicle, everything's under control. That air unit is the key factor.
We are following this black Mercedes, been leading officers on a pursuit now for probably over an hour. Started in Burbank. We're now in the Sherman Oaks area, turning onto Riverside Drive.
What's he going to do? I don't think he even knows what he wants to do at this point here. So that's Van Nuys Boulevard right there. And again, if he moves right, that's going to be northbound Van Nuys Boulevard here. It's relatively busy here. It looks like that's what he's going to want to do. There you go. Commits to northbound Van Nuys Boulevard here. So northbound Van Nuys from the 101 freeway, essentially. Very busy Van Nuys Boulevard here. We'll kind of watch and see what he does, but it looks like he's kind of in that left turn lane, and he's going to be making a left turn into the residential neighborhood here.
And at one point, LAPD did talk to CHP about possibly taking the pursuit over, but because he's a named suspect in the LAPD case, they decided not to get involved, basically, and to let LAPD continue to track this suspect. So you've got a lot of LAPD, and Dennis can speak to this, a lot of LAPD higher-ups that are also watching our coverage right now. They're monitoring the situation very closely.
Yeah. Oh boy, there you go. He does not like to stop.
And over towards the 405 freeway. Okay, oh boy, there he goes, into the parking lot.
Police started chasing the felony suspect around 9:30 this morning in Burbank. He reached speeds up to 100 miles per hour as he took the 118, the 5, the 405, and the 101. Traffic was heavy. He drove on the shoulder and then took surface streets around the valley with police following him on the ground and in the air. He eventually made his way into the parking garage at the Galleria and almost seemed to just disappear. Last July, a similar scene, another high-speed pursuit on the 101 that ended here in the Galleria. But cell phone video shows police catching the suspects linked to a burglary ring. While the suspect made it out of the garage unnoticed, police were able to track him down just a couple of miles away. He was arrested.